That year's Oscar night seemed more dazzling than usual. The lights from hundreds of cameras reflected on the gorgeous costumes, creating a magical atmosphere where glory, emotion, and even secrets mingled. But among all the Hollywood stars, there was only one moment that shocked the world, the moment Sam Heughan knelt before Caitriona Balfe, right at the Vanity Fair Oscar after-party. Caitriona walked into the grand hall with her Outlander co-stars, wearing a delicate silver silk dress. The shoulders were designed to be sexy enough to highlight her elegance. She smiled slightly when receiving compliments from the audience and reporters. That look, gentle but powerful, made many people unable to look away. Sam Heughan, in a classic black tuxedo, was waiting there. He caught her eye in the crowd. For a moment, all the noise faded away, leaving just the two of them, as if they were back on the set of Outlander, where the firelight flickered and their hearts beat in unison. "Kate," he called softly, as she approached. "You're more beautiful than I've ever seen you." Caitriona smiled, blushing slightly. "You're not bad, Sam. I thought you were still in Scotland." "You can't miss tonight," Sam replied, his voice low and shaky. "It's just, you're not here just to celebrate the Oscars." The words were a foreboding note, but Caitriona still couldn't quite figure out what he was up to. The Vanity Fair party was a lavish affair. Big movie stars gathered around a cocktail table, laughter mingling with classic jazz. Sam and Caitriona sat side by side in the corner of the room, away from the spotlights, where they could talk more naturally. "Do you remember the first days on set?" she asked, her eyes distant. "I do. I still remember the way you looked at me in the first scene, when Jamie met Claire in the middle of the forest. That look made me forget my lines." They both laughed. They had shared thousands of moments like that, from intense scenes in the cold rain, to moments of hugging in front of the camera, where the line between acting and real emotion seemed to blur. Sam was silent for a moment, then leaned closer. "Kate, have you ever thought, we are living a story even more beautiful than the movie?" Caitriona looked at him in surprise. "What did you say?" "You said, that maybe fate brought Jamie and Claire together not just in Outlander, but in real life." She fell silent, her heart suddenly beating faster. Sam had said things insinuatingly many times, but never so seriously. The moment was interrupted by a call to the stage to congratulate her. Sam, still calm, excused himself. But instead of leaving, he turned back and took Caitriona's hand, drawing the attention of the entire audience. "Excuse me, everyone," he said loudly, "I know it's Oscar night, but I have more important things to do." The music stopped. All the lights turned towards them. Caitriona remained sitting there, completely oblivious to what was happening. Sam stepped out into the middle of the floor and knelt down. In his hand was a small diamond ring, sparkling in the yellow light. "Caitriona Balfe," he said, his voice trembling, but his eyes still shining. "From the first day we met, I knew I would never meet anyone like you again. You were my companion, my inspiration, the reason I believed in true love. I don't know if this is the right time, but if I don't say it today, I might regret it forever." A silence fell. Everyone's breath was held. "Will you marry me?" The entire auditorium exploded in cheers and applause. A few movie stars were filming, not believing their eyes. Caitriona stood up, tears welling up in her eyes. "Sam," she whispered, her voice choking with emotion. You're crazy. This is the Oscars, not a studio." Sam smiled. "I know. But my feelings were never an act." Caitriona covered her mouth with her hand, then laughed through her tears. "You really couldn't have guessed." She stepped forward, bent down, and took his hand. "Yes, Sam. I do." The applause was thunderous. Some people shed tears, while cameras recorded the moment. Afterwards, they were led to the back garden, away from the cameras. Caitriona was still in shock. "You're crazy," she said, half blaming, half pitying. "Do you know what people will say?" "I know," Sam replied, "but I also know you deserve something special. And I don't want to wait any longer." She looked at him for a long time. "Are you sure this isn't one of your performances?" "No," he said slowly. "This is my real life, and I want you in it." Caitriona burst into tears again. She had thought their relationship would always be just a friendship, a close working bond nurtured by years of working together. But tonight, everything she had believed in was shaken. "I never thought we would get here," she said, her voice trembling slightly. Sam gently touched her cheek, wiping away a falling tear. "I didn't think so either. But sometimes, the best things happen when you stop planning." News of the proposal spread like wildfire. The next morning, all the major newspapers reported. Sam Heughan proposes to co-star Caitriona Balfe at the Oscars, Outlander love comes true. Fans exploded on social media. Photos of Sam getting down on one knee went viral. Some believed it was a publicity stunt, but most sensed the genuine affection in their eyes for each other. Caitriona, who is notoriously private about her personal life, chose to remain silent. But on her personal Instagram, she only posted a photo of her hand with the ring, with a short caption. A night to remember. Sam, in an interview afterward, smiled when asked about the event. It wasn't planned, he said. But when I saw her that night, in that light, I knew, if I didn't do it, I would regret it for the rest of my life. A week later, the couple appeared hand in hand at a charity event in London. No longer shying away or hiding, they smiled freely, as if finally letting go of the burden they had carried for years, between friendship, work and true feelings. Caitriona leaned gently on Sam's shoulder when reporters asked, "Are you afraid that love will ruin the wonderful thing Outlander has created?" She replied softly, "On the contrary. Outlander teaches us that, if love is sincere enough, it will make everything deeper." Sam squeezed her hand. "And we still have so many stories to write, this time, without a script." That Oscar night will be remembered forever, not only for the prestigious golden statues, but also for a proposal that made the whole world believe that sometimes, love can step off the screen, and become strangely real. Outside the flashbulbs, amid the whispers and congratulations, Sam Heughan and Caitriona Balfe were left alone, standing silently looking at each other, like Jamie and Claire, souls who had found each other, between fiction and reality.